Hello my friends, let's talk d&december. Today I want to talk about a concept that the channel WebDM discussed quite a while ago. They focus on how much parties and sometimes game masters are too troubled by the rules of the games, and to a certain extreme case, people don't want to keep any of the rules intact if it reduces their sense of fun. They focused on how the rules allow for more interesting options for creating different kinds of campaigns and different styles of play, but I feel as though something was overlooked. So for the first time, I get to combine my love of D&D with what I do best, talking about the philosophy of games. Now that might mislead you, because I'm not going to be talking about video games, nor am I going to try to make some argument for a philosophy inherent in Dungeons & Dragons. I don't really think that's possible with a game as open as D&D. No, I'm afraid we will be talking about the disambiguated philosophy of games. So here's the big question that has become more and more difficult to keep straight since the dawn of the video game. That question is, what is a game? It's a surprisingly hard question. How exactly can we define it? What is necessary to call something a game? Well, it might be simpler to start with what we do with games. Obviously, we play them. So, what is play? Playing is one of the first things we learn how to do as children. It can be seen in all kinds of baby animals. Play is how children learn how to interact with the world. It's entirely free form, no boundaries. Think about how 2-year-old toddlers always knock things off of tables. It's almost like they have fun doing so until something shatters or a parent yells. Then, pure sorrow, lots of tears, lots of fear. There's something to be said for how our natural process of learning is fun for us when we're young. We even use play to learn social skills and teamwork. Children are naturally good at improvising different things to do with whatever is at hand. And in this way, play sounds very similar to Dungeons & Dragons. Social skills, teamwork, improv, all things that make the cooperative storytelling in D&D great. And then, as children grow up, they learn how to do something else with their play. They learn how to tell other children how to play and what to do. In other words, they learn how to make rules. By making rules, these boundaries to play, we try to get at a particular kind of fun. Maybe a kind we've experienced before, but as we often see with children, once this comes into play, when people don't agree with the rules, the play stops. Children fight, the fun is over. Play just isn't very fun when you put limits on the free-form exploration of possibilities. And this is where the tyranny of fun begins. We have the most fun when we are unbound. Rules that hold us back take away that unlimited enjoyment of just doing whatever. And yet, we can still get children to learn and enjoy sports like kickball and soccer. Children enjoy these activities just as much and often more than unstructured play. But these activities start at giving rules. They start at that thing that makes play no longer fun. How is this possible? Because these things have a kind of enjoyment that play entirely lacks, an objective. So now we have something to work with. A game is inherently different than simply playing. Play is unbounded, imaginative, and focused on the subjective feeling of fun. But games are different. Games have rules, boundaries. All of those rules are presented clearly and completely from the start, and they have an objective, which can be completed. Whether it be winning a fight, solving a puzzle, or just getting the most points to beat the other team, all games have these basic parts in some way. So what is it that the objective and the rules add to the subjective experience? Play innately has an experience of fun. You just do whatever and enjoy it as it goes. But rules don't let you do whatever. Rules are obstacles to be overcome. Rules are the climb, and the objective is the shining mountaintop. Rules and objectives make logical order and thus opportunity to achieve something. And with that achievement comes satisfaction. Whereas play helps you learn, games confirm that you have indeed learned. Play has no objectives, thus it cannot end in a satisfactory way. Games do, they can end, and thus they can build anticipation and result in either glorious revelry or crushing failure. Sure, in a game you can still have a little bit of play, some generic fun along the way, but the feeling at the end is incomparable. Games naturally sacrifice fun for the sake of something else, for satisfaction, and herein we return to the tyranny of fun. WebDM definitely got to some of the effects of removing too many rules in the name of fun. Their main focus, the loss of narrative interest, can easily be summed up by the loss of conflict and challenge that the presence of rules offer. Narrative is driven by conflict, and rules offer conflict to people adapted to thinking with the power of free will. That narrative conflict, too, helps to create that satisfaction when you overcome, to create that anticipation for the final objective, the final feeling of satisfaction, whether glorious or tragic. Games aren't always fun, and they aren't meant to be either. They are inherently different than play. You can have fun while in a game, but you can't let fun deny the reasons we play games in the first place. Otherwise, you'll just have an unsatisfactory experience. Thank you for watching, my friends. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe and ring the notification bell. Also, share the video with your friends. I don't pay anyone to advertise the channel, so the only way we can grow is with your help. Thanks again, and remember, stay true.